Okay, we are live for day 4, and we're going to actually get into creating our own smart plans today. And yesterday, what we did was we got into contacts and we learned how to add bulk contacts and remove them and things like that. And also that you can stagger smart plans so that if you started a smart plan with an action item and you put 50 people on there, you didn't want all 50 to show up for the first day. So I wanted to start and show you that smart plan that I did yesterday. We put on, I don't remember, 30 people or something like that, Dana?
Yeah, I think it
Yeah,
was
we put
30.
like 30 people or something on there. And I decided to start it with 5 people a day. So, as you see here on my to do list, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It started with these 5. Tomorrow, I will get 5 more of them until those 30 people are taken up. So, let's get right into it. And we're going to go to Smart Plans. Remember, you can always click on the red KW if you don't remember what's what.
When you move your mouse over, it says testing smart plan under task.
Yeah, so if it's an actionable item, meaning it's not automated, it'll show up as a task. So if I hover over it, it actually tells you what it is. So for me, I put it that this was a phone call that I had to make, and it says, "Hello, Edward. This is just a test call." That's what I'm supposed to say. This one, "Hello, Eileen. This is just a test call." So in other words, if you had a full-blown script in there typed in for the description, you could essentially hover over it and, get to it right from there. And I
Gotcha.
think the easiest way to do it, because it says great for testing the smart plan. If I click on it, it takes me to all my things that I need to do, and I know that this is the lady that I need to do this for. So it's easier on that first page. What I've been doing for now anyways is I hover over, I can see what I've got to do, I can have my script, but I don't have Dorothy's phone number in this case. So what I've been doing is just kind of clicking on it, getting a phone number, and then coming back to it, which is kind of a pain, but it's just the only way that we can do it at this point.
Gotcha.
And here's my notifications. Uh-oh, Colleen probably is yelling at me for something. Okay, so I must have already looked at these already, but this is also where some of these tasks will show up and kind of give you a reminder, and through your Kelly as well. So let's go ahead and we will get into our smart plans. And in order to create a new smart plan, you just have to hit create. So I'm going to name this plan, I always name it 1 so I can find it in the beginning. 1A plan. I'm going to hit apply. And it brings us to our editing. Now, a point that I want to make that is probably something that you want to do until you get used to making smart plans is here are your tips and the rules for building a smart plan. And I want to take a couple of minutes to go over these. So if I click on here, it says how to plan smarter. Allow up to 7 tasks a day in a smart plan. Delays have to be added between to include more. Okay. So you have to actually have delays. For testing, requires at least 1 day delay between scheduled text messages. So you don't have the ability to send 2, 3, 4, 5 texts in 1 day. Same thing with the email, 1 a day, okay? Delay. So anytime we're going to do a task or anything for a smart plan, it's going to tell me right away that I need to put a delay between the steps. And usually the delay is a day or greater. Add to smart plan, allowed 1 a day per smart plan. So that would be if a smart plan ended and the last step was add them to an additional smart plan. So in other words, if I had you on a smart plan, Joy, an open house smart plan, and I got to the end and then I wanted to put you on my check out my app smart plan, that's okay. It'll do that automatically for me, but I couldn't put you on my, check out my app, the birthday smart plan, the neighborhood nurture smart plan. It won't let you put on multiple plans at once from a plan, okay?
But you can add them individually.
Yeah, you sure can, but for the automated process, what this is saying is you got them on some kind of plan, and the last step is put them on another plan. It's only going to let you put them on one other plan. It won't let you put, at this point, 3, 4, 5 plans on there,
Gotcha.
okay?
Thank you.
Touches cannot exceed 7 within 7 days, 12 within 30 days, 15 total in one smart plan. And I think the other big thing is that, which is kind of confusing, the smart plan total duration cannot exceed 90 days. So that means that you cannot have a plan that's going constantly with tasks or phone calls or anything for 90 days. However, the spaced out ones will still work, like your birthday smart plans, you know, the yearly ones and things like that. So if you're getting an error, refer back to these and it'll kind of tell you exactly what you have to do. So when people are making smart plans, I think, and I guess it's a preference, I think the biggest mistake that they make, especially if it's somebody that they haven't talked to yet, is the first thing that they put on there is to make a call. Well, for me, I don't know if I necessarily want that, because I'm already going to call them anyways. So if it's a Facebook lead, I'm going to call them. If I don't get a hold of them, then I'll put them on a smart plan. You know what I mean? So just kind of just depends on how you want to do things. Because I think you'll find that you'll be putting off those phone calls and you really don't want to do that. So here is our action steps that we're going to go through. You can create a task. This is a manual task that's going to show up when it's due for you to do something, not automated. Make a call. That will also show up for you to do because you have to physically make the call. Send an email. If you have your command email set up, it will automatically send the email for you. Send a text message. Again, if you have Twilio set up, it will send the text message for you. If not, it will give you the task saying that you have to send a text message. Set a delay. So this is what they were talking about for delays. So you can have a delay anywhere from 1 day to, I don't remember what it said, 7 days, I think. Add to a different smart plan. So this would be if you've got a lead, for example, if you've got a lead and you've taken them through your entire lead smart plan, maybe you would want to automatically add them to a long-term nurture plan or something like that. And then there's restart flow. Now, restart flow means start the smart plan back up again. Examples of this are our monthly neighborhood nurture. We put our monthly neighborhood nurture for our clients, and there's a 30-day delay, and then it restarts it. Sends it out every 30 days. That's what the restart flow is for, okay?
Question?
Yep.
So when you're doing your smart plan, and you want emails to be in that smart plan, the templated, say there's a pre-template. So you would bring over the widget, send email, and then how would you have a pre-templated email to automatically send out? Does that make sense?
Yeah, we're going to actually create the email, and there's 2 different options that you can use for it, okay?
Okay.
So let's actually, why don't we just start there, and let's just say our first task is an email.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and click send email. And you've got 2 different types of emails. You have a simple and you have an HTML. So I'm going to show you the HTML. These are not customizable yet, but they will be. So if I picked HTML, oops, come on. Then this box comes up that says Browse Library for Email Templates. So if I click on that, these are the current templates that are available. Birthday wishes, promote your app, Work with me, home anniversary. These are the current ones that are currently available. Eventually, we'll be able to create our own templates, just like we create everything in Designs, dump them in here, and you'll be able to have things with nice pictures and videos and things like that. So if I selected the Promote My App one, and I hit Next, it puts it in there. That's going to be the actual email template, okay? And so just to preview it, to show you what it's going to look like, let me enter a subject first. So check out my app. And to preview it, all of this information obviously is going to be filled out when the email goes out, because it's going to pull that information for you. But basically, this is what it looks like with links to my app, or download my app, okay?
That's nice.
Yeah, so those kind of things is very nice. I'm really looking forward to when eventually we can create our own templates and have that stuff, okay? So then let's go back, instead of that, let's go to simple email. Simple email is basically doing an email. And the way that you want to do it is a couple of things. You can't put any pictures in here. You can put links. Been experimenting with it, but just right now we cannot put any pictures in there. So start the email, hello, and remember this is a email template for the SmartPlan. You're probably going to have multiple people on there. So
Right.
you want to be a little bit personal. So I don't know what they call this. I call this the fillet merge field. That's what they call it. So I can say hello, and then I click on a merge field, and I'm going to choose contact first name, comma, space. Check out my new app. Here are some listings. And if I wanted to, I could put a link on something, okay? I could hit here, and let's just say new listings. And I could highlight this just like I normally do, hit the link button, and add the target. This is where I would put the URL for new listings or anything that we saved. Now remember, if you're doing anything with listings and your own listings, you should just be pulling it from your website, because it refers everybody back to that, okay? You got me, Dana? You're shaking your head no?
Oh, yeah, I'd probably have to get all that set up. The website thing.
Yeah, not a big deal, not a big
Okay.
deal. And of course, you've got your bullet points, your bold, your italic, underline, things like that. You get the idea on that. So we've done our first one. Didn't save my subject here. And I've always just done the step of, after I'm done on the first one, I just click the save button right here, just to make sure that it's saved. If I want to go back and edit it, I basically just have to click on it.
Does it have your information, right? Like your email signature on there?
No, it doesn't have anything. So at this point, what you want to do is, since it's an email, unfortunately, it's not giving us the email signature pictures yet that I know of. That's something that I want to ask Nick Baldwin tomorrow when that's coming. But I would use another merge field. So I would hit merge field, and I would
Agent first name, agent
Yeah,
last name.
exactly. I can't find it right here. Where to go?
Probably up.
I think my computer's giving me issues here. Contact first name. Why is it doing it that way? Let's try this. Merge field. Could be something. It says please set up my command email address. There might be a broken link here. Okay. Let me try this just to be safe. If you get this error, hopefully this will work for us. Your command email is usually at the bottom of your settings.
Connected.
It says connected. Let me just check when I manage it. That has the circle of death, doesn't it?
Looks like it.
Yeah, that's like the circle of like nothing's going to happen.
Up there it goes.
There it goes. You know, it wasn't saving my name before, so who do we blame that on?
Hmm.
Do you remember?
Andy.
Andy's fault. Okay. All right. See if it saves it. I can't tell if it saved it or not. Yeah, cannot tell if it saved it or not. So I'll go back into the edit the smart plans and we'll just save that. And then at this point, so we've got our first day as far as sending an email. Now the next thing we want to do is we want to set a delay. So I just hit set delay. So we do it the first day and then we're going to wait a day. And then the next day we can do create a task. So you've got two type of tasks. There's a non-touch task and a touch task. And it tells you exactly what you should be doing with this. So non-touch, select this type if the task does not involve reaching out to a client. So if you were doing something for this particular client on the back end, let's say, and you didn't have to tell them about that, that's what that task is for. So let's think non-touch task, Thanksgiving time. I know there's agents that get pies for their clients. You know what I mean? So a
Yeah.
non-touch task is probably order pie from Atkins. Touch task is going to be take pie to client.
Would that, so the create task for touch, a call would be one, correct?
A call could, well, they do have a phone call here and they do it separate.
Okay.
A task is a task and you can have a little description here. Pick up pie and drive to a house or whatever you need to, okay? And I think they have a call as a separate button so that you can distinguish it a little better. That's the purpose of it. And it says when is it due, and you can actually put a due date for those tasks. So even though the smart plan goes into an order, maybe this isn't due for 3 days. You see what I mean? You can really customize this the way that you want. So then let's save this and let's go ahead and we're going to add our phone task. Make a call. Task name. Call to see if, and then once again, you can use the merge fields. If first name, last name liked the pie. Oops. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
For your task.
And then the
And then
description
in
would
the
be your
your
script,
script.
right?
Exactly. And the description would be your script. And whatever else you're putting there, okay? And the same thing with the phone call. How many days is it due until? All right. So then let's say we've done our call. So let's do a text one because there's a couple of really cool things I want to show you on the texting one. Then we want to send an SMS or MMS, which means text. So it shows me that my Twilio account is connected. And this is where I'm going to type in the text that is supposed to go out. And then let's see, agent first name. How's it going? And if you see, a lot of agents have asked me, well, why are you going to put in agent first name here instead of just typing Al Lafort?
Because you need to know, they need to know who it's coming from. from. And
Yeah, you could do it either way, but get in the habit of using these merge fields because these smart plans are going to be interchangeable. People that are on teams, the rainmakers will be able to share these smart plans with their teammates and things like that. So that way I couldn't have, hey, it's Al with Keller Williams here. If I have agent first name and I've shared this with somebody on my team to use as a smart plan, it's going to put their name there when they launch it. See what I mean? Okay. So now you've got two different types of messages, static and dynamic. Static means it's a smart plan that you're just sending out probably one time to the client. Dynamic means you are going to be sending out, or the smart plan is going to recycle. Think about the birthday smart plan. That's the best way to describe it. So the first text is, happy birthday, Joy. Hope you have a great day. And then next year they get, happy birthday, Joy. I hope you have a great day. Well, you'll be able to change this for, I think, up to 5 years. So I could change the second year to where it says, hey, if I remember correctly, today's your birthday. So they're not getting the same repetitive texts from you. You see what I mean? Isn't that a cool feature?
that is a cool feature. How do you set the time difference though?
Well, the time difference is only going to be based on the smart plan itself. And if it's a reoccurring smart plan, if it's their home anniversary, we know that happens once a year.
Gotcha.
Yeah. If it's a monthly type of plan that you put them on for something, monthly neighborhood nurture, and you wanted to change the text up, then it would be a different month. So yeah, I really like that. I think that that's a very, very cool feature on that. And then you've got some options once you're done with that. Let's put this back to static. Hi, miss me. We'll save that. And then remember, this is how they have it set up. So if you really read my smart plan, day one, send an email. Delay a day. Next day, create a task, make a phone call, and send a text all on the same day. So I missed putting some delays in there that I probably want to delay between the phone call and the text. So I'm just going to, anything that you add from here goes to the bottom. So I'm going to hit a set a delay. It'll be on the bottom. And I can, where's the move up button? Move it up. Am I between? Yep, I'm in there. Delay 1 day. So you can rearrange these smart plans as you need to. You can save them. You can delete them. Whatever you need to do, everything is going to be saved there for you. And when you do,
And the arrows mean you could shift the
right.
Sequence.
Yep, exactly. Every smart plan, if this was just to end, it would just end. If I wanted to restart this particular smart plan, I would hit restart flow. Now the restart flow obviously always has to be the last thing on the list. Because if you put it in the middle, it's only going to do the 3 items or whatever and then restart those. You won't get the last ones, okay? And then the other option is add to another smart plan. And the one question that I have to ask Nick on this, so in this case, if I did this, I would probably do, let's see, restart flow. Oh, it automatically did it for me. So add to smart plan. You have to pick the smart plan you want to put this person on. And it's got to be a smart plan either you have in your library or you've created. So if you hit my down arrow, here's all the ones that I've created. So maybe after I'm done with all of these steps, I want to add them to my quarterly call plan smart plan. So one question that I'm going to have for Nick tomorrow is, does it automatically do that? I've heard yes, and I've heard no. So I don't know if it does it automatically or if it gives you a task and says, hey, make sure you add Joy to my quarterly call plan smart plan, okay? So like I said, I think the key to doing these smart plans is to set them up and run them on yourself. It's going to be a little bit tough with the longer term ones. You know what I mean? But you have to start experimenting with them. You have to make sure everything is working right. That's the only way that you learn, is to be able to do them, or use relatives or close friends and say, hey, I'm trying this thing out.
My biggest thing is what to put in there for emails and scripts. I overthink it. I know I do. And then
I think a lot of it is going to be, it's going to really help us now, because right now we're overthinking it. I'm going to go ahead and save this. Cannot start a smart plan that is less than 15 days. Cannot restart a smart plan that is less than 15 days long. So here was the rules that we didn't abide by. So, so let's get rid of the smart plan part there. See, I tell you, it tells you when you can't do stuff, you know? Save, well, it let me save. Okay. But I think what the key is going to be, is going back to the main smart plans, is this library right here. Once this opens up, and it's already being labbed with the regional tech directors, to where people can upload things and you as an agent can see that and pick what you want to do. So for you having problems figuring out the wording, if you had like a Facebook plan, you know, Nick Baldwin has his own Facebook lead plan.
Right.
You would probably find that here. There's going to be a search bar. It's going to say, what type of plans are you looking for? Prospecting, blah, 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 blah. Okay, and then there'll be a search bar, Facebook, and then it'll pull up all the plans that'll match that. You at that point will be able to add or copy that to your own smart plan and edit it to the way that you want.
So these ones that are in the library, I know that we can't edit anything if there's people on the smart plan, correct?
Well, I mean, I've tried, a couple have worked, but I heard that we couldn't. So that's another question that we're definitely going to be asking Nick tomorrow.
So then should we edit these to customize? Can we actually go into customize where it says agent first name, client first
It depends
name?
on the actual smart plan. So on the smart plans that are the pre-done ones, if you can't click the edit, it won't let you edit anything.
Right.
Okay? If you can click it, whatever you can edit will show up here.
Okay.
So whatever you can actually click on will actually show up here. So yeah, in this case, yep, I can edit the task. I can edit the text. This one lets you edit most of it, it looks like.
Which one was that one again?
My midterm nurture.
Gotcha.
And you know, as you're going through them, you know, read the descriptions on these on the libraries of what the heck they are, you know.
Right.
That's going to really help you pick the right ones to start with, for sure. Well, we didn't have too many screw ups today.
No.
I'm going to put out some notices, because I'm really hoping we have a lot of people hop on tomorrow and experiment with smart plans today. Because it's for us to be able to get Nick Baldwin to answer our questions is pretty rare. So we definitely will be able to nail him down. And anybody that's watching on Facebook, send me questions so we have them prepared ahead of time. technology@kwlakeside.com. And that way we kind of have a list of questions, and we'll also ask him questions live as well.
Right.
Cool?
Yep.
Thank
All right,
you.
we got it, guys. We will see you tomorrow.
Al, can I give you a call in a few minutes?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
All righty. Bye.
Okay, bye.